Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. And today's daily, which is Tents and Trees, is August 26th, 2025. Let's get into this thing. I get my free coins, and I think what we're going to do today is we're going to do some more of the classic packs, and we're going to do some of the dailies, just kind of do a little bit of both. So let's get into, let's see what the classic packs are doing first. Okay, let's get into the 7x7s. Let's do a few of those. Just kind of crank through these guys, because they shouldn't be too difficult. That's the normal thing. I mean, once we get into to the higher levels, it should get a little bit more of a challenge, but you know, these little smaller guys are also a lot of fun as well, because you can just kind of relax with them. You don't have to be too crazed about what you're doing and trying to get things done. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so where are we? This guy has to go here. You have to do all of those. That's going to force you and you and you. Nope, didn't click you. Go away. These two are in you and you. There we go. And we should probably be able to, there's only like 5 left of these, so we should be able to get through these in just a couple minutes. And then we'll look at to see what the next level up is, and we'll try a couple of those, and then we'll move back to our dailies. That's out. One of these two has to be in, so that's out. Not the same here, but this guy just has to be in, which means you have to be in, which means you. And this one is now done. This two, nope, but the one is done, which will set these guys off, and we can get rid of those. One of those, this guy here, which is going to set off these two, and then that's going to say this guy is the last one. Good. Couple more, and then we can unlock, and we've got tons of coins. We've got tons of coins, so we can easily unlock anything we want to unlock at the moment. You can't be in, actually, you two are in because of that 3. This guy has to be out, so you have to be in. Therefore, you are in for the 1. This one is in. These guys are done, so let's just click on them. This guy here has to be in, and this guy, and then this guy, and this guy, and then these are all done, so these are the last 2. Good. Yeah, we got 1,300 coins. I mean, some of the larger packs do cost quite a few coins, but we're not to that stage yet. I mean, now we can, of course, always just open up one of those big boy packs and just kind of go through 1 or 2 of them for poops and giggles to go for them. But I think at the moment we're going to stick to more of just the, not necessarily easy stuff, but we're going to kind of keep it nice and relaxed for the moment. You're out, so you have to be in, which forces you and you. And that will do the pack for the 7x7s. So let's see. Go away for a second. Oh, we already had the 8x8 already open, so we can do that one. We started the 9x9s as well. Let's do something. Let's get into a little bit. Let's do an 11x11, and let's use one of these guys, which is the less clues. 200 coins, not too bad. Let's jump in to do a couple of these, and then we'll move on to the dailies. This way it's a little bit more variety, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can put these guys in. It's going to remove all of those. I think this 5 is also done now, so we can plop those in, which means you have to be in. You're out, because one of these 2 has to be in, and I think we can, yeah, this one here is the one. Now, I think we can work on these to get over to here. We can also get rid of these, but let's do this. 1, there, and no, we can't. I thought we might have a dead end there, but we don't, so we have to move on to something else. No problem. Let's get rid of all these guys, since we have most of it gone already. And let's see where we have something here. This 4 is just done. Stop misclicking. The 1 is just done. What about these 2s? This one here says you're out. This 4 says you 2 are out. This one says you are out, so one of these 2 will be in. And this 3 actually is good, because these 2 have to be in. Now, I guess we still don't quite know which one of these is which, because these guys could go to a certain number of things, but this 2 here is in, so that will tell us now. So that guy has to be in. One of these 2 will be to finish this whole conglomeration over here. That guy's done. What about these other guys? This one here can't be in. We need a couple of those. We need a couple of those. One of these. Oh, both of these two are in, so that removes you and puts this guy in. Now that's going to tell us this guy and this guy are in, which finishes that 4, and we can do the 2. Alrighty. I think I'll do 2 or 3 of these. I think that'll be good, and then we can move back over to the daily. I want to get a couple of those in, because I think there were some no grass, no mow ones that were of good size today. And yeah, we're only 5 minutes in, so we got time to mess around. This guy here has to be in, and then one of those is, and one of these is, so these are all outs. This is a corner, so you're out. This 4 says you and you have to be in. And then one of those and one of those. We can say this one, but we don't quite know which one of these two is in yet. The 2 says you guys are out. Doesn't help me there, but you are in. Let's find something else. Only one of these two can be in, so one of these two has to be, which means you're out. It doesn't help us there or here. Anything up and down while we're looking? This guy can't be in because it would remove 2 of these. Excuse me. Oh, the 3 here says you are in, and then none of these could be in because they'll remove 2 options. And then this guy here has to be in, which forces you and you. The 1 is done now, which pushes you in. And which one of these guys wants to be the next one to break? This 2 says one of each of these is in, so that's out. The 2 is just done. There we go. Let's get those in here. Doesn't quite get us that one. This one here, though, has to be in, which means this 2 is done, so we can finish this one up. Now this guy has to be in, and you have to be in, so we can put the 2 in. This 2 is now good to go, and that'll finish this 3, which will finish this 2, which will finish that 2, which will get you in, and you, and you. There we go. I think I'll do one more of these, and then we'll switch over. All right. Get rid of all our zeros. That's good. We'll start with our 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't do anything there, actually, so we'll move on. I don't think we can do anything with the 4 either at the moment. So let's go over to this 4, which we can work on. All of these will be in. That's a corner, so you're out. And what other ones do we have here after I get rid of some of these obvious ones? Let's go looking this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this 5 is good. We can put all these in. We know one of those 2 will be in. 4, we know we can put these 2 in, which gets rid of a bunch of these. Now, this one has to be out, so this one has to be in. Now, don't quite know. Well, we can use the 3, though. So these guys have to be in like this. These 2 have to be in to finish this 3, which makes you in. Again, one of these, so that's out. I don't think we can resolve these guys just yet. Oh, we can with the 3, though. I keep saying we can't resolve them, and then something pops up. This guy can't be in because he would take off both of those 1s. What about these guys? Well, it's one of those 2, so that's not... Oh, wait, but the 4 here does say that these 2 are in. So now you are you, you are you, and you are you, so you are out and you are in. The 2 is done, which forces you 2, which forces you. You and you just have to be in. That finishes this off. And you can't be in, so you and you are. Good. Alrighty. So let's get into our daily groups now. We got a little bit going on there. That was fun. Do we want to do... No, let's skip that. And let's go down to... Let's go to this guy. 7 by 7, 11 by 11. That'll be a little bit of a change there. Let's get back into something a little bit smaller here. You can't be in... All right, where do we now have... Okay, only one of these 2 can be in, so these both have to be in. Now that forces you and finishes you. You are out. This guy can't be in because we'd remove all options for everything else, which forces both of you in. Now you and you, which finishes the 2. That pushes you and you. All right, so 11 by 11 next. Get rid of all of this. Let's think about this 5, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we can put some of those in. Get rid of all of these options. That finishes you, which means you have to be in. And then again, there's all of these that can be clicked off. And one of these two has to be in, so you're out, which means you're in. You're a corner, and then all of these guys are just out. This 4 means we can get rid of you, you, and you. And these guys are all, again, just out by default. Now, anything else we have, that's all set up for us. This guy here just has to be in, so you just have to be in. And this guy can't be in because he removes all options. It's not really helping too much, but it's something there. The 1 I don't think we can do. The 3 I don't think we can do just yet. Are there more constraints here where we can start to pare this down just a touch? No, I was thinking about this guy because if we put this one in, it forces another one of these two, but that will work with this 2. Only one of these 2 can be in, but we could put both of those or that one. Oh wait, this 4 now has opened up. Didn't see that. Good. So there's there. That's out. Now this 3 is useful. One of these 2 will be in, so you're out, which forces the 2. Good. And don't know which one of those 2 finishes. This 1 is done though. The 3 now is good to go, which forces you and you. This guy here has to be in, and so do you and you. Now all these are done, so we can put you and you in. It's going to finish this and put these 2 in, and then that one's just gone. Achievement. Don't know what it was. Don't know what that achievement was. I hate it when the achievements always seem to drop. The notice of them always seem to drop when there's a commercial, and then you can't see what was what. Let's go into these no modes. Let's start with this one because it was a 7x7 and a 7x7. We should be able to do this one. This has to be in one of these 2 and one of these 2. We also know that these 3 just have to be in, so that finishes this. We can put these guys together. Now, we don't technically know which one of these this guy goes to because we could always, oh, actually we do because obviously we can't put either of these 2. This one's there. Okay. Now, one of these 2 has to be in. No, it can't be this guy, though. Let's come back. This guy. Yeah, because that one's already has to be. This can't be in, so that has to go there. That removes these options, which means this has to be in. Okay. Now, those are all out, so this has to be in. 2 is done, and these 2 are both out, so you have to be in. That forces you to be in. The 3 here says you have to be in. And this guy says that 2 is in. And there we go. All right, back to the 3. One of these, so both of these and you have to be in. The 1 is done now, so none of these can be in, and that can't be in. So this one is in, which means this one is done, which means you are in. Now these 2 can't be in, so the 3 has to go here. The 1 is done, so this one has to be here, and these guys are probably just givens because none of those can be in. One of these 2 has to be in, so this can't be in for this guy, and then that one's not in, so this one is. Now that pushes you here. Good. Go away, scam likely. All right, let's do this one. Now this is a 5x5 and a 10x10. 10x10 might be a little scary, but we'll figure it out. These 2 have to be in, this has to be in. This 1 is here, this has to be a 2 and a 2. Now that was a quick one. Let's see if this 10 kicks my butt now. All right, we've got some 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different locations there. There's 4 different locations here. Perfect. So these 3 all have to be in, and one of these 2 will be in. Now let's see if we can decipher which ones of these are which. You have to go there. You're going to have to go here. Now this guy can't have either of these 2, so it goes here. Now these 2 are out. One of these 2 could be in. It still could be all 3 of these, really. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this guy here just has to be in. Okay, that finishes the 4. That forces this to be in. Go on. The 1 is done now, so none of these can be in, so you have to take on him. The 3 needs 1 more, and the only place it can go is here, which is going to be you. The 2 needs 2 of them. None of these can be in. There's only 2 places left, you and you. So let's put those in. Now this 2, no, 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 yes, no, no, yes, yes. So this guy here has to be in. And then one of these 2 will be in. Let's look at this 3 now. We're just going to keep going systematically. One of these 2, and this one. So this one has to be in. That finishes our 2. And we can look at this 3 because there's nowhere else along this line where anything can go. So these 2 both have to be in, which forces you. This 2 needs 1 more. Wait, that's not right. Shoot. Did I make a mistake right there? You can't be in. Oh, we made a mistake. Was it here? It must have been here. Let me rethink that. We need 1 more. It's one of these, one of those or this one. The 3. None of these could be in. Oh, I did make a mistake. It could be one of these 2 and this one. Now, I think if we just stated if we were to put, well, we can't put this guy because that would remove both of these options. So it has to be you, which means it has to be you. Now, is that the exact same thing I just did? Because if it is, I've made a mistake earlier on. Because I still need a second guy here, and I have nowhere to put it. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and go back to our logic. 1, 2, 3, 4. These were all correct. Now, because there's a bunch of groupings here, I might have messed up one of these guys. You have to go here. You have to go here. Which means you have to... No, wait, maybe... Yeah, you do, because this one can't be in any... That one has to go here, which means this one has to go here. This is all correct. This guy has to go here, and that finishes the 1. Now, this guy here can't have either of these 2, so this one is in. You can't have either of these, so you are in. Now, the 3, it just has to go here. I'm running down the same line, so that's where I'm getting a little nervous that I might have screwed something up. It just has to be these 2 on this 2. There's no other place we can put. We can't put any of these 3. We obviously can't put any of these 3, so these 2 have to be in, which means you and you. Okay. Hopefully this is where I made a mistake. None of you... It would have to be... This is all coming out the exact same, which is worrying me. Oh, it could be both of these. That's where I made the mistake. I said it could be one of these and this one. There's the mistake. Okay, good. Now let's go back to what we're doing down here. Because none of these can be in. So one of these 2 and this one. So this one has to be in. This one can't be in because we would remove all possibilities of 2. So you are in, which forces you in. Now that we don't have the restriction over here, we have another place we can put this guy. There we go. Okay, we're back in it now. So that forces both of these 2 be in to finish the 2, which means you guys are done. Now this 4 is done because this one's out of the equation because we've already taken up these guys, so you're in. Now this 1 has only 1 position, which is here. That 1 is completely done. So one of these 2 is in and is going to be for this guy, which means this guy can't take any more because we've already finished 2. So one of these 2 has to be in, and it can't be this one because that would break this guy. So you are in. Now we need 1 more. I've just broken this again. Oh, no, I didn't. You can be in. I thought I broke it. I thought we didn't have a place for this too. Okay. We're getting there. You have to be in. That finishes the 2, and you have to be in. There we go. Goodness gracious. The thing about those guys is that one little bit of logic, you throw it off, and it'll completely mess you up. So All right, we got through both of them, the 7x7 and the 5x10, or 5x5 and 10x10s. Let's do one more. We've got enough time. Let's do these 14x14s and 18x18s. And that should be enough. Let's start with this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one of those other 2. So we can get rid of all of this and see what that does for us. That's going to give us this 1, and it's going to finish the 6 right off now. Now you have to go here, you have to go here. I'll clean up as I go. Let's go back to here. You have to be here. Why am I breaking things? Hold on. Let's focus, recenter the chi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to be that. I must have actually misclicked something. Let's just go through this one a little bit better. Yeah, we still had 2 options there. I don't know why I got rid of one of those. I must have accidentally double clicked on something. But anyway, this goes here, so this has to go here. This is still the same. Now we're gonna be able to figure this one out. I just had to not misclick. No, because the reason I got rid of these, because one of these 2 has to be in, so you have to be out. But that forces this, and this is, oh, this one didn't, that's what it was. This one didn't have a restriction. That's where I messed up. We're good, we're back to it. Okay, you're a corner, so you're out. You're a corner, so you're out. Just going too quickly, it happens. Let's get rid of all this stuff, and then we'll kind of regroup a little bit. And then we'll see what we have going for us. These guys are all out. And I think we're now to the point where we can start to just pick through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that can't be in, which means this is and this is, which forces this. This 6 has to be finalized. We had that previously. This guy can't be in because we remove all options, which forces one of these 2, which means you're out and you're in. Now one of these 2 has to be in, just has to be that one. Yeah, this one always had to be in, so that removes this as an option. Second guessing myself now, or doubting myself now every time I find something. This guy has to be in, which removes all the U's, puts you in. Can't do that guy. These guys are good. This 4 now, we do have some restrictions. One of those and one of those 2 has to be in, so that's out. One of these 2 has to be in for this 2, so everything else on this line is out, which forces all of you. Now one of those 2 is in, so that's out. This one is the one that's in, so you guys are good to go. That finishes the 2, which pushes you 2 in. Okay. And this guy has to be in now because of that 4, like we previously stated, which pushes you out. So that's out. This guy goes here. I lost something here again. Another misclick, but this one has to be in. One of those 2 is, that's out. 2, this 3 says these guys are done. The 1 is finished. Good. The 2 we said is finished. This guy here has to be in. The 2 is finished, so you have to be in. And where's the next bit? These 2 have to be in. Didn't mean to click that one. You go there and you're one of these, so one of these 2 is in. Do we have any other? Okay, we're down to the, pretty much every clue is done except for this 2. Oh, it's right here. Okay, there we go. So that's out. These 2 are in, and that's going to force this guy in. There we go. All right, one more to go, and then we will be good. This is a bit of a big boy. Let's start with the 8s, because we have a couple of them. That's a corner, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are all going to be in. And this last one just has one of those 2, but I think we can probably rule those out. Because that's going to go here, that's going to go here. These 2 are in. We'll come back around to that 8 in a second. Let's just go on the bit of work we have done. This has to be in, so this has to be in. That's a corner. These are all out. These are all out as we do some cleanup. This 5 says this one and one of those 2 is in, so that's out. Let's get you out of here, and all of you. This 3 is just done now, so these are all out. So are you. Now let's go back to this 8. Yeah, we can. I thought we could. This one goes here, this one goes, that one's out, so this one is in. Wait, did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I doing? Why can't I count? I really just need to do this instead of going back through all this stuff. You. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I counted correctly. I just didn't get this one double click properly. Again, let's go back through it. Oh, the days sometimes. Things don't want to work out. So this is all still doing its thing. Let's go to this 8. 1, 2. Oh, this one just is in, so these are in. Let's go down this road, because that's going to just kind of melt away some stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, these are all done. Hopefully I didn't make another mistake. Because once we go down this road, it might be a while before we come back through it. That's out. These guys need to just be cleared. 8s, 8s, 0s. Okay. I feel like we're in a good place. Let's put you in. And you. And you. No. And this is a corner. These can be cleaned up. This 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these two are both out. Only one of these two can be in, so these are both in. Good. The 2, actually we can get rid of some options there and see what comes of it. This guy can't be in because we remove options, so both of these are in. Which pushes you in and you to finish the 2. This guy and this guy have to be in. Now that's all set. Now let's move into this guy here, which we had started previously and had to fix. And let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff and take another look at what we've got. Because there's a ton of stuff in here that just needs to go away. Go, goo, goo. And you. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go back to this 3. So these guys are in. Again, I think this error was only because this one incorrectly double-clicked or triple-clicked or didn't double-click, whatever it was. You. We don't quite know there. What about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's out. And this is out, so this is in. And then this one here is in. One of these two will be in. It's not you, so it's you. This 3 is done. This 2 is not quite there. We might have to start going vertically here in a second. If we don't see anything doing. Let's do that. Not the 3, not the 2, not the 4. What about this 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're at the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. The 6. Yes, there we go. We've got 3 left, and we need 3. That's going to give us our 1. And this has to be in. Those are almost there. The 2 hasn't quite gotten there yet. Neither has the 3 or the 4. Let's see what it did vertically. Nothing there. No. Okay. This guy here just can't be in, so yes, the 2 is actually done. I just didn't get rid of that guy. Alright, so you're there, you're a corner, so you go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, now we can start to get rid of some of these guys, which is going to put you in. And then none of those really. This guy's still waiting, so are you. Looked at you, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the 5 now is in place, so one of these two will be in. This 3 says you can't be in. That's gonna, oh, it's not gonna get us our 2. I thought we were there, but not quite. We're 1 away. And the 4 is now good to go. So let's put those in. That's gonna finish our 5 and finish this, which finishes the 3 and the 4. Hopefully that's enough to get us cruising. One of those, the 2, yep, this one has to be in for the 2, which forces you in, which forces you and you. and finishes the 3. So you have to be in to finish this 3. You have to be here, here, and here, and that's going to leave you. There we go. Couple of setbacks today, but we made it through, so good. We're at 30 minutes. That's plenty of time. We did quite a bit today, so we got a few packs done. We've got some of the classic packs done, so a good little grouping of puzzles today. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed that one. Again, that was August 26th daily, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.